We learned today that you just love you value hard work and especially working with your hands, and you've created a lot of things, harvested a lot of things. What would you say is the greatest thing that you've created?
What is what?
The greatest thing that you've created?
Gambling. But other than that, just taking care of the farm and getting it going. And I made lots of quilt tops, not cut out big piece by piece. And I think that we proud of them.
Very nice. All great things to be proud of. And congratulations on 68 years. What would you say is the key to keeping that love alive throughout those years and keeping a happy marriage?
It's just easy. We both love each other, and I still yet. I tell everybody, his feet don't work at all, his hands work a little, but his face is so happy, and that's what makes us go.
Aw, yes. In his face being so happy, you also were sharing in your life story how you like to bring joy to others.
Yes.
What would you say, how do you because we can all spread a little joy, how would you say is the best way to spread joy?
Well, now that we're in the nursing home, I can tell you, it's just going up to people, taking their hand, talking to them, and making them happy. That's the biggest joy for me, is to see them smile. And I think it's wonderful.
I think that's wonderful too. And also, you were able to, have a few travel experiences. What would you say is a story that kind of really you took with you once you left that destination?
I'm not good at serious stories.
That's okay. We love to laugh.
When we were in a different state and we drove by this store, and we were with another couple, and the other couple's bike wanted to stop and shop, and the boy said, no, we have to go fishing first. So we took them and got them started fishing, and we went back to the store, and she said, now we can do anything we want to here, nobody knows us. We walked into the store and somebody said, Judy Casbar, is that you? I think that's what I remember the most. And we were in Four Corners, and that was just fantastic. The Indians there.
Yes, for sure. You never know who you're going to run into. That's and we already talked about spreading joy, but you seem like a very bubbly and humorous type of lady. What would you say is how do you keep life fun, not taking it too serious, but still living it to the fullest?
I grew up with 5 brothers. You have to be fun. I just think it's put your heart into God's hands, and I think he'll carry you right through.
You know what? I would agree with you. And as we kind of wrap up, I know you've given advice on being humorous, keeping life fun, and also spreading joy. Any last piece of advice that you would give to the audience today?
It's easy. Keep smiling, everyone.
This is very exciting.
I would agree. And we have heard about your life story. You are always, on the go, hanging out with friends, singing at George Strait. What keeps that spark, going in your old age?
Goodness, I've always had the Lord as my Savior, and I feel like that He's helped me through so many things. I need to add that Lee Harvey, that was not Lee Harvey Oswald.
I was wondering.
And, we were married 25 years and raised our children. And Roger's here today with me, and he was my firstborn, and we've always been very close, and I'm so tickled he's here today.
Yes. And funny that you mentioned that, because as a family lover and someone who kind of blended families together and created a big loving environment, what would you say is the key to being a matriarch?
Yes. I would say applying yourself to whatever you do and try to give it your best, and always learning new things. When I started insurance school, I was probably maybe 60, and I thought, oh, can I do this? And I did it, and I passed the test. That was a real wondering if I could do it, and met a lot of really nice people in my insurance job. That was so fun.
Yes, and that's awesome that you started that at 60 years old. So as you can see, like life never stops. You just keep going. And you know, I know you like to cook and bake now. What is one recipe that everyone needs to have down packed, and why?
My banana bread. Everybody calls me the banana bread woman, and I bake that bread. I have a small oven that holds 3 small loaves of bread, and I bake it and pass it out to people on people's birthdays. I just love to bake, and I like to share it.
Yes. And what would be one piece of advice that you would give to everyone here today?
Just my advice mostly is to lean on the Lord, and He'll help you get through things that you don't think you can, and to always be looking to Him for help and advice. I talk to Jesus all the time.
Yes, for sure. Well, give it up for Miss Melissa.